Hey everyone! Welcome back to Serving 813, a radio show and podcast featuring Tampa Bay organizations and groups every Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. We're your hosts, Ava Lamison,
Kate Edwards, and Lily Nisley.
Wow, it's so weird because we're all here. I feel like for the past two shows it was just me, so now I'm happy to have my fellow hosts with me.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. And I'm also super excited and beyond grateful to be joined here with some of the voices and faces behind the Koulouris Foundation.
Yes. Today we're going to, now if you don't know already, the Koulouris Foundation is a nonprofit foundation carrying on Taylor's kindness and cultivating opportunities for kids to serve and grow together. So with that being said, welcome to the show, Jody, and later Alexa will be joining us, so we're very excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. We love to talk with local organizations and see what they're doing for the community, so we're happy to have you.
Perfect. That's exactly what we do.
So I'd first like to ask, for the people who don't know, who was Taylor and who was she to you?
Yeah, so Taylor Koulouris, to me, I'm going to start on a personal note because that's what the question is. Who is she to you?
Yeah.
Taylor was one of my youth students. I was an intern for a year at Palmacia Presbyterian Church, and she was one of my students. And it's funny because I was the leader, I was the adult, but Taylor always made me feel included and made me feel heard. And that's something I will never forget because it's hard to lead high school children and middle school children. But Taylor was kind, she was inclusive, she was hilarious, she was a little bit sassy. So I loved all these things about her, and I got to know her through being her youth leader. And she just had such a heart for service, and it was wonderful to spend those years getting to know her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also am at this church that she's talking about, PCPC, and Taylor definitely had a big impact on all the people there. And anyone who knew her just talks about the brightness of her.
Mm-hmm.
And so just for a little context, we would like to ask, what is the goal of the TK Foundation?
Yeah, so to talk about the goal, we have to kind of talk about Taylor's story, which is definitely a difficult story. So Taylor passed away after an accident that she was involved in high school. And it was a big thing in our community. All of us came together, our church came together, and surrounding the Parker family, and she has two little siblings. And so from that, Alexa, her mom, started the TK Foundation, and she just wanted to continue sharing Taylor's light. So again, Taylor is inclusive, Taylor is kind, Taylor loves children. She was involved in special needs programs. So the goal of the foundation at its basis is just to carry on her light and do things that Taylor was passionate about.
That's a really beautiful goal, just to carry on her light and let her legacy live on. And I wanted to ask, obviously that was the beginning goal from the start. So I wanted to ask, is there any ways that this foundation has evolved since it first began, or added on to or anything?
Yeah, I think we're always evolving. When we first started, it was just what are we doing? We know that Taylor was amazing and we want to share her light and love with others, but how are we doing that? Who are we connecting with? And I actually got involved only about a year and a half ago. Alexa had approached me and said, I have all these ideas. I have all of Taylor's love to share, but I need your help kind of getting it out there and reaching more people. And so I would say this past year was the year that we really started to have events, focus in on goals, help with specific groups of people. And it's always evolving. We're always looking for new ways to share something that Taylor is passionate about and support those things and support other nonprofits and missions. So it is always evolving. But I would just say we're growing. And that's what we want to do all the time is grow.
Yeah, I agree. I remember when the foundation first started, one of the first events was painting rocks. And it was just a way to kind of spread Taylor's love around. You could paint rocks and then put them anywhere for people to find. And now within this past year, you guys still do stuff like that of painting rocks and being able to spread that around. But also you had the Books and Bubbles where you and you raise money to get things for other people. You did a packaging for children in hospitals.
Yeah.
And so it's been great to see it grow and you guys do a lot more for people around, and still have like the heart of it from the beginning of just like leaving little things around the community for people to find and like learn who Taylor was.
Yeah. Everything we do links directly back to Taylor. So the rocks, we're known for the rock paintings, but it's not just like, oh, this is a kind thing. Taylor painted rocks during COVID, and then she would put them around the neighborhood and people would find them, and they would have so much kindness from, it was a time when like people weren't meeting and coming together. And so it was a way to bridge that gap for her. And so it's something that we continue to do. And painting rocks is like art therapy for children and adults to come together and create these rocks and then share them. And our youth group still goes to Georgia. We bring them there. Like, we are spreading Taylor everywhere. And all of the little things that we're doing connect right back to Taylor.
Yeah. You guys partner with Tampa Kids Therapy a lot, right?
Yes, she volunteered there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's cool to see that.
Yeah, and it's nice how it's all meaningful stuff that relates to Taylor, and it's not just like, oh, you're doing this to do this, because
Exactly.
like it all relates to her, which is really cool. But I think that wraps up our first segment. So before we wrap it up, I do have to ask, because we do ask all our guests this little question. So Jody, what song should we play?
Let's do one of Taylor's favorites. We're going to do Feel This Moment by Pitbull.
Love it. Okay.
Nice.
We'll be back after this.
And we're back. Welcome back to Serving 813. Make sure to tune into HCCHawkradio.com every Thursday from 1 to 2 if you want to find ways to serve your community. Now, if you're just joining us, I'm one of your hosts, Kate Edwards, and today we're here with Jody and later Alexa from the TK Foundation. So I'd like to talk more about you guys and your journey within this foundation. So Jody, I want to ask you, what do you specifically do inside the Taylor Koulouris Foundation?
Yeah, that's a good question. So my first role was photography. That's what I majored in college. Alexa said, "Hey, Jody, I need you to photograph this event." And I said, "Okay, I'll be there." And then after that, she was like, "If you're interested, I could actually use more help with the social media side of things and stuff like that." And so that's where I got involved. So my actual role is director of marketing, but I don't know. I mean, actually, I do know. You guys have worked with a lot of nonprofits on this show or people who are doing service. When you're in that kind of organization, you have so many jobs. So I'm director of marketing, but I also coordinate with sponsors and talk to volunteers and design t-shirts, do our graphics, like anything that's needed. I'm like Alexa's right-hand person. She is the front of the organization. She is Taylor's mom. She is the idea maker. She is the power woman. And I'm like behind the scenes getting all the things done, trying to support her and making these dreams happen.
Do you guys have like anyone else who is like a major person or something?
Yeah. So we have Alexa. She's the main woman, obviously. And we also have a board. So we have a board of women, specifically women who were important in Alexa's journey of like being there for her and her family through the grieving process. We have a therapist on the board. We have so many people. We have an accountant, all the things to make it is a business, even though it's a nonprofit. It is something we want to keep running so that we can keep shining Taylor's light. So we have anything that any other business would have, and it's our board. And we have about 8 board members.
Oh, wow. Okay. I actually didn't know that.
We also have the Littles board, which is made up of younger kids, elementary aged kids. Ty and Tatum are Taylor's siblings, and they are part of that board. And then that came up because they were like, we really want to be involved. We want to be part of this. They can't be board members. They are not adults, but they have so much to offer, and we cultivate service opportunities for kids. And so our Littles board is in charge of making that happen.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, so you run the Instagram page?
That's me.
Well, I was going to compliment you. The Instagram page looks great. And also, I know you guys can't see because it's just our voices, but the shirt you designed, hello.
Thank
so
you.
Cute.
Yeah, all the apparel's really cute. I own a lot of it, so
hyping me up. Thank you.
So if you do volunteer with the Take Hay Foundation, you get to wear all that cute merch and apparel. But I did want to ask, what does the Taylor Koulouris Foundation mean to you specifically?
Yeah, so I mean, to me, it is all about, like I said before, continuing to share Taylor's love and light. It is just something that we don't want to go away. We all got to experience Taylor, and some people did not get that chance, did not get the chance to feel that love, to feel that inclusion, to feel that light. And so what it means to me is trying to listen to where God is leading me to call us towards what Taylor would be so excited and so passionate about, and how we can meet that need through shining her love and her care. Yeah.
You guys have also like partnered with the Tampa General Hospital, right?
Yes.
And donated to the Children's Hospital, the MUMA.
Yes. Yeah.
I find it, I like how a lot of the stuff you do is for children, and like how that's very much based off of Taylor always working with children and being involved in that.
Yeah, didn't you guys just collaborate with the Little Saint Nick Foundation? Yeah.
Yes. So someone brought to us Little Saint Nick. They were like, your missions align, which is creating service opportunities for children. It instills in them so young how important service is, which is awesome. So yeah, Taylor did work a lot with kids. And the other reason we are so passionate about kids is because Ty and Tatum are still here.
Yeah.
So they also had to go through the grieving process, and they also had to figure this season of life out. And so we're trying to help them share their sister's light and keep her story going. And it's just a wonderful thing, and they love it.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing to be a part of.
Yeah, you guys clearly like are just doing a lot of like service in the community with kids, with like, you know, the little things that we talked about, the rocks and everything. And I wanted to ask you, where do you see this foundation in 10 years' time as it continues on and it grows?
Yeah, so only God actually knows what 10 years looks like. But we have things in the works. Something that we're passionate about is helping families and children travel through grief. Because when you leave the hospital after a child dies, it's definitely a difficult thing and you're not given enough resources. This is something that Alexa experienced as a mom and what her children experienced. And so with her background, she was able to help her children travel through that, but a lot of families do not have that. So something we are actively working on that we have posted about before is a grief support box. And the idea of this box is not just like, hey, like we're here for you. It is a lot more than that. It is like active activities that these families can do together to help them process their emotions, to help them cope, resources for them, all of the things. And so it's a process. We have to work with lawyers. We have to work with therapists. We have to do trial runs. Like we want this box to actually be helpful and meet the need there. So definitely a 10-year goal. We're hoping way sooner than 10 years. But that is the long-term goal, is that the TK Foundation is getting these grief support boxes to families in need to help them travel through this grief process. It's never easy, but maybe we can make it a little bit more easy.
I mean, I think it can definitely happen because you guys started the TK Foundation like a couple years ago and it's already grown so much. So
yeah, I think if anyone can do it, then it's going to be you guys. Because that's like the Yeah, it's been really cool watching it grow. And I never told anyone this before, but the other day not the other day, like a year ago, I was in Paris and I was in the airport leaving. And in the airport, I saw someone wearing a TK Foundation shirt and I didn't recognize them, but I was like, that is so crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm in Paris and I'm seeing someone wear this.
Wild.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm always trying to get our apparel out there. I do try to make it cute. So people are like, what is that? But yeah, we get orders from our shop and it'll be like Ohio, California. And so we do have people out there who like knew and loved Taylor. And as those people support and spread that around, we're hoping more and more people will know her name and know the foundation and want to partner with us. That would be amazing.
Yeah. What is this shop website? Because I think I need to get some of this.
It's on our website, and then you just go to the shop tab and you can see like we have bags, we have shirts, we have car magnets, we have bracelets, we have all of the things. And then we also have like, we're having a fishing event soon, so we'll have like a fishing shirt. We have all of the things, like whatever you would
awesome.
Or rep TK, we've got it.
Yeah, the clothes are very comfortable too. I'd say. I just wanted to ask if like if you've had one moment like stand out to you through the foundation. Like, I know that's kind of putting you on the spot. Memorable moment.
I honestly would probably just have to say every year when we gather on the anniversary of Taylor passing, it is such a meaningful and deep moment where we all come together, and the foundation is fun. The foundation is wonderful and it is a light, but we also are all kind of reminded of the difficult part of this foundation and how we don't have Taylor with us anymore. Mm-hmm. And we put those sunflowers in the water and the sun sets and we pray and we cry and we remember her. And that is always, like, I have chili bumps right now. That is always the most meaningful, most memorable part of my year, every year. And it gets more meaningful every year because more people show up and more people want to support and share her light and all of the things.
And it's nice because her light's not just in Tampa, as you said, like Ohio and California and even Paris. Like, we're going international, that's really, I like hearing that. It's nice.
Yeah. And that definitely is a very like memorable time because I feel like every year the same people show up like consistently. But then also more and more people go every year. So it's great to see.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Okay. Well, I think that wraps up this segment.
Yes. So do you have any other song requests, Jody?
We could do Chasing Cars.
Oh, okay. Love it.
I think that was also one of Taylor's favorites.
Yeah. Always. All right. We'll be back after this song.
Cute.
And we're back. Welcome back to Serving 813. I just filled my water bottle, so we're a little giddy right now. Make sure to tune into hcchawkradio.com every Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. if you want to find ways to serve your community. If you're just joining us, I'm one of your hosts, Ava Lamison, and we're here with Jody and now Alexa from the TK Foundation. So yesterday I posted an Instagram story asking for you guys to send in DMs, but we're going to answer this later because first we're going to talk a little bit about Alexa. So I wanted to know, what was your role on the TK Foundation?
So I'm Taylor's mom, and I feel like what started out as an idea to just kind of give back in her name has turned into keeping her legacy going, but it feel like it's really morphed into a healthy way of giving back to our community, but also to her brother and sister, because they have chosen to use this foundation as like a really positive outlet for them. And it's really amazing watching them take ownership of things that were important to Taylor and kind of making it their own and using that as their path, to grieve and remember her. But it's just been amazing for them to have that outlet, and then also in the process creating this huge opportunity to give back to our community.
Yeah,
that's good. We were actually talking about how like they're on the like child board,
The Littles board.
Yeah. Which was cool. I actually didn't know that.
Not to throw Jody under the bus, but the Littles board, they do the most.
Okay. Here Jody was trying to take all the credit. Absolutely not.
She does the most inside my brain as well.
Okay, great. So yeah, we just wanted to let people know who you are and like how you were involved. So now we can get to the DMs. Our first question we got was, what does it mean to be a TK representative? Maybe they saw that on your Instagram or something.
Maybe they're talking about the ambassador.
Or ambassadors, yeah.
I'll let Jody talk on that one. That was her little brainchild.
Yeah, so I feel like we're trying to grow right now, which we talked about earlier. And ambassadors are people who fill out an application and they say like why they want to be involved. And it's really just a social media thing. Social media is so powerful these days and you can reach so many people on it. So it's actually not that hard to be an ambassador. All you're doing is sharing the posts and interacting with the posts that I'm creating in order for us to reach more people. And then it's a little community. And we don't just have high school girlies, we have girlies more my age, which is late 20s. And then we also have moms because we have a Littles board. We want to get kids involved. So if you want to be an ambassador, it is a very easy way to be involved in the TK Foundation. And you're just one step above like a normal volunteer because you're helping us interact with those posts, comment, like, share, so that we can reach more people.
I think we'd love to get some dads and some men involved.
Yeah.
And you get a cool t-shirt that no one else gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will be linking you guys on our Instagram posts and our stories. So everyone stay tuned for that if you want to be an ambassador, because that sounds really cool. And then I also just wanted to ask, what is the coolest organization that you think you have worked with so far? Like the most fun? Like what was your favorite organization that you worked with? Or not favorite, because I don't want you guys to like single someone out, but just like something that you personally like enjoyed a lot.
Oh, that's a tough one. There have been so many great nonprofits that we've partnered with or helped. I would say most recently, Voices for Children has really found kind of like a passionate spot in our hearts. Taylor worked a lot with kids with special needs, and she devoted her time during the summer to working at Tampa Kids Therapy, but also would just constantly be cleaning out her closet and giving back and donating to the foster closet. So I think the fact that we have been really driving some initiatives for Voices for Children, for foster children, I think has been pretty cool.
Yeah. I actually do have one that I thought of. Sophie's Closet.
Oh, yeah.
It is such a cute little organization. I hate myself for not remembering the high school. Do you remember the high school? Sickles High School. She reminded me of Taylor. She has a heart for service. She's so sweet. she saw the need of kids needing dresses or suits or shoes or purses for prom and homecoming, and she collects those at her school. And she started a nonprofit in high school. It's called Sophie's Closet, and we got to support them. And I mean, Alexa and I love shopping, so we collected donations, and we shopped her Amazon list and almost bought everything for the one round. And that was very special to me because I saw Taylor's heart of service in Sophie, and that's the kind of thing we want to support, is like, what would Taylor find so fun, so cool, so meaningful? So that would be
That's really cool. I feel like we've had that. Maybe that's come to plant, like, that organization.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember, like, last year they were like,
They did like a dress drive for prom.
Yep.
which is cool.
I really like how ways to like give back to your community. It's not just like doing something boring. Like I feel like shopping and getting stuff for people is like so much more fun. Like I always like hit up those like little Christmas trees where it's like, oh, these kids want this. Like, but
Oh my gosh.
I'm such a big fan. All right. Another DM says, do you have any exciting service opportunities coming up?
Yeah.
We have 2 back-to-back. Jody and I really like to keep ourselves on the edge of a cliff. So we decided it would be amazing to have 2 events right at the beginning of the school year. The first one that's coming up is Crocs and Cocktails. We're holding that at Hyde House in Hyde Park. And we are doing a Croc drive for foster children. I just think that, you know, everyone wants a cool pair of Crocs and the gibbets to go along with it. So why not beat the heat and come and hang out and donate some Crocs and have some food? And I think people will definitely want to bring their kids. So we'll have some rock painting activities going on there. And then another really amazing one, if you want to talk about Casting for a Cause.
Yeah, Casting for a Cause is just 1 week later, which is definitely overwhelming. But that's just when it worked out for these professional captains to be available. And so we said we will also be available. And we are providing a day of fishing camp for special needs children. Alexa's son, Ty, does this fishing camp, absolutely loves it. And then we tie in Taylor she loved being on the water and loved loving on these special needs children. So we are combining all of the love and doing Casting for a Cause. We're partnering with Florida Fantasy Fishing Camp and providing a day of fishing. If they decide they're not loving fishing, we're going to have crafts. We're going to have like activities for them to make it the most memorable, enjoyable day. And I'm very excited. We're providing lunch. There's really nothing that can go wrong. We've got crafts, we got food, we got fishing. It's going to be the best time. So
the new fishing shirt.
Yeah, fishing shirt.
And I think to go back to your original DM, we are always looking for help. I mean, especially in the form of like heavy lifting. I'm sure my husband would especially be grateful for any like high school boy help or girl help who doesn't mind getting sweaty and loading wagons.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, we would pick like rocks as an activity because those are light and not heavy to carry around. So there's always room for anyone who, even if they don't need service hours, just wants to come and help and be a part of a fun day. And I'm constantly going to try to feed you while you're helping anyway. So it's a win-win.
It's true.
Yeah, it is. It's just obvious that you guys like put a lot of thought into who you like decide to collaborate with, and that it's just really like fun for the entire community. And like if someone like were to volunteer here, I feel like it wouldn't even feel like volunteering. It would just be like honestly fun. Like I'm like really interested in this.
Can we go?
Oh, we have the most unhinged days at work. Anytime.
We do. Yes, please come join us.
Yeah, honestly, I will. But the next DM that I have here says, wait, let me find it. Sorry. It says, where can I donate? And then where are the proceeds directed towards?
So I'll speak to where all the proceeds are directed towards. You know, we have a very loving and giving community, and sometimes people that are donors are very specific with their donation, and they're like, we absolutely want this to go, you know, towards your foster drive initiative or to special needs kids. We always hold true to our mission. You know, the whole basis of this nonprofit is to support things that Taylor was passionate about. She loved animals and taking care of them, special needs children, children, you know, that never have or need the opportunities to come to them instead of having to work for them, and fulfilling those opportunities for children and just giving back and showing kindness. So we have people that give, and they are very specific and intentional with what they want that to go towards. And then we just have general donors that are here to support. They're like, we know you're going to do good with this, so we trust you to do that. And we love both. We'll take anything. I'm very intentional. I know there's a lot of nonprofits out there with a lot of overhead, and I really try hard not to do that. I try to keep everything that is given towards this foundation is given back.
Yeah. And I'll talk about where, because that's my job. So our website has a link. It's very easy to donate on there. If you can't find the website and you're a little bit younger, more trendy, you can go on the Instagram, go to our link tree. It says donate now. If you are feeling passionate, like Alexa said, about a specific event, no worries. They're broken up into different things, and you can click that specific thing and say, I want to donate to this. So you can also email us and say, hey, I want to donate to this specific thing. Like, we're very open. We're very authentic with where your donation is going and how it's supporting us. And we have a lot of avenues that you can donate and ways for you to get involved. So yes, I would say our website and then the link tree on our Instagram in our bio.
We also love ideas. If you have an idea of a way that we can give back, our brains are tapped sometimes. So come forth with it. We are open to fun ideas and definitely willing to hear about opportunities that we might not even know about.
Yeah, and I can promise that their Instagram is very user-friendly. So any questions, you can go there, and they post all the information you need to know. Everyone go follow Taylor Koulouris.
Oh, yeah.
On Instagram.
And feel bad for me when Jody makes me make reels.
Oh, yeah.
Where boxes are thrown at my head.
They're very funny. You can get some entertainment, too. Yeah, it's all there, everything.
Yeah, all inclusive. Taylor was hilarious, and that is part of our mission, to keep the laughs going, because she would love that.
Yeah. And so our next question is, what do you wish more people knew about the TK Foundation?
If there's a tough one.
Yeah, that kind of is a tough one. Just if there's anything that, like, maybe, I don't know, like misconceptions, or if there's just like more
I feel like one of the things that I wish people knew is that this foundation, for me, I want it to be inclusive of, I don't want it to just be like my ideas and my thoughts. And like, there were so many people that loved Taylor, and she loved so many people that, if you guys were to come to me and say, one time Taylor and I were hanging out and we were talking about this, and I feel like we could take that idea and support it somehow. Like, I would love that, because, I have a very different perspective of her as my daughter versus, Jody, who at one time was like her youth group leader, and then like her little brother. And like, it's funny because the little kids come to me with ideas all the time. They're not necessarily like amazingly easy to pull off, but Jody and I are doing our best. So I wish people knew that like we are so open to ideas and communication, and also just like memories and sharing stories of like their relationship with Taylor, for us to kind of like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I didn't know that you guys did that together. We could totally find a way to like make that into an event.
Yeah. Alexa and Jody are very approachable, so it's very easy to give them your thoughts and ideas.
I just met them, and this is going good, I guess. I don't know.
And now we're all going to the spa.
Yes. All right. So I have one last DM, and it asks, what does a typical day with the Taylor Koulouris Foundation look like?
Probably chaotic.
Yeah.
Every day is different. Like,
I just feel like
every day is different.
This has to go into the story of, it was right before Easter.
Oh, yeah.
And we were kind of at a lull. We didn't really have any events. Like, there were pressing, like, time constraint on us. And I think we were literally, like, not even a week out from Easter. And I, on a whim, had bought some rocks of a different shape. And they came, and they were, ironically, egg-shaped. And I was like, I don't know, Jody. Like, I really loved that idea you had about making, like, a rock painting kit. And she's like, oh my gosh, we should do this. We should do this right now. And we should do this for Easter.
Yeah.
And then we were running around South Tampa delivering rock boxes. Yeah. It was great.
People loved it. I think ideas do come to us. And when they're too good, you have to do them. Even if it's exhausting, even if it's 1 week, even if it's 2 events 1 week apart. But day to day, it changes. That's part of why I love this job. But yeah, I mean, even our schedule changes. We were asked to come on this show. Like, that's not a day-to-day thing. So definitely anything we can do to get the word out there, we're doing that. And then saying yes to lots of things we should maybe say no to, but
we're not right now.
We love that.
We love that. Yeah. And I have to say too, like, you know, obviously losing Taylor is like a huge point of contention and grief in my world. And without Jody taking the things in my brain for this foundation and then making them come to fruition, I really don't think that we would have grown as much as we have at this point. It's really hard to kind of get myself out of a rut sometimes and then get that out into like actual action. But she has taken that and just run with it. So I think our day-to-day is, it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's clear you guys have a great system down, and like no matter what happens, you're ready for it. And honestly, like I'm sure everyone listening is sold by now. So I have to ask, how can students like us get involved? Like specifically, what are the steps for us to get involved in this foundation?
I think we still have like a form that you can fill out, like how to get involved on our website. And I would love to say like, yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. I definitely think just like DMing us and say like, I want to help. Where can I be? What time is probably like the more straightforward avenue. I feel like we want to be like this formal, like, oh, we're so professional and we're checking our Google document all the time. We do, but I think that just DM us and say, hey, I'm around. I've got a whole day of free time and what can I do?
Yeah, I agree. Lots of young people have our numbers. So text us, like let us know. There is always need, like Alexa said, in the day-to-day. Like we have these big events, but what's going on a whole month prior to that? A lot of work, a lot of prep. If you want to help us, we have a storage unit. We have to get stuff in and out of that, like
schlepping,
all of the things. So if you want to be involved, you simply tell us and then we'll get you in there. And another way, if you're like maybe a little bit less hands-on, more into that social media stuff, be an ambassador in the fall. Like we have a lot of opportunities that cater to different people's abilities and strengths. And so if you want to be involved in some way, but you're like, well, maybe not through social media, whatever, we have a job for you if you feel passionate about it. So just reach out.
Yeah. I have a girl right now who actually was like, she's kind of shy and she reached out to me personally and was like, hey, you know, like, how can I help? I don't really, you know, I don't want to go live or anything like that. And I was like, I honestly have all of these markers that need to be tested to see if they're dried out or not. She's like, I would love that. Can I do that at home? I'm like, 100%. And like, that's just like such a huge help because we don't want a kid to get a marker in their rock box and it to be dried out. So it's just stuff like that. And, you know, I know people are always like, you know, just nervous to reach out, but please don't. There's always a promise of coffee, most likely a storm. Yeah, we're here for it.
Yeah. No, I feel like that does make you guys different from other organizations in that you're much more approachable and it just feels so much more personal. Like you guys can like easily just start to feel like friends and family, and like there's definitely many like events that I've gone to very last minute and it's like it's fine. And I'm like, I text you and I'm like, actually, I'm going to come to this. And like, it literally always works out and it's fine.
And that's why we love it.
Yes.
Well, we want to thank you guys for coming on us, and for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this was a great conversation. I'm glad that we could spread more awareness about this foundation. And I hope that more people can get involved now because of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely getting involved with you. Literally each segment, I keep hearing more stuff and I'm like, I need to do this. Like,
yeah,
I wish I was 21 so I could have a cocktail with my Crocs. Like,
have a version cocktail. You're still invited.
Oh my gosh, we should do that.
Yeah,
we should have a mocktail.
And then the therapy dogs will be there.
Oh yeah,
like there is so much to do at Crocs and Cocktails. Like, do not think you have to be 21. It is for all of the people. Bring your girlies, bring your kids, bring your husband. Don't bring your dog unless it's a certain but it's going to be so fun. So please know that every event that we have, almost every event we have, there's a space for everyone. Mm-hmm. So yes, please come.
Perfect. We'll bring our husbands.
Yeah, bring anybody. And if you know anyone that's weirdly good at disc golf, I actually need that person ASAP for a future event in my brain.
It's a secret.
Okay, perfect. We'll get on top of that. We'll find a disc golf pro. If anyone listening is,
yes,
they need you. Okay, well, before we go, we're going to play one more song that represents the TK Foundation. Mm-hmm. And so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks again,
guys. Great having you here. Bye, guys. We'll be back after this break.
And we're back. Welcome back to Serving 813. Make sure to tune into hcchawkradio.com every Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. if you want to find ways to serve your community. If you're just joining us, I'm one of your hosts, Lily Nisley, and we were just here with Alexa and Jody from the Taylor Koulouris Foundation, but now we're just going to be reflecting on our conversation.
Yeah, so where should we start? I don't even know. I feel like I've learned so much from this. I walked into this room not knowing too much about the Taylor Koulouris Foundation, but now like knowing all the stuff they do for Taylor and the community is awesome. And I definitely want to start volunteering with them and be a part.
I knew a lot about it, but I honestly learned some stuff too. Like I didn't know they had the Littles board or that they actually even had a board. I didn't know that. I actually didn't even know that. So it was good to learn. But yeah, I feel like Jody and Alexa are just two very dedicated and ambitious people.
They're awesome.
And so it's great to see them work in this organization because they get a lot done. And they're just very passionate about what they did, which is always good to have in service.
They're busy women.
They are busy women. What really stood out to me is just how just honestly how fast they've grown and how open they are to new opportunities. And just how fun all of these opportunities sound and how easygoing they are, honestly. Sometimes when I have to volunteer, I'm just oh, okay, I'll go and help fold some clothes or go to a soup kitchen or whatever. and like I like to help people, but you know, like sometimes I want to also have some fun too. But not to like sound crazy, because I do like helping people. But this specifically, like this actually sounds really fun, and I like would actually like really enjoy to do this, and I know a lot of other people would too.
Yeah, they literally have dogs at their neck.
Yeah, what? Therapy dogs. Heck yeah. And hopefully mocktails. Like, yes, please.
And even the fishing, like that's like a really like interesting one. Like like that's like,
and that's also a big thing in like Florida. People love that, like fishing. Yeah, that's a great opportunity.
Become a bit of a fisher. Oh no, what was that? I made my first catch recently, and definitely. Oh no,
on like a 2-inch like chicken tender.
Okay. Well, let's just say like maybe I'll be exploring that a little more. Like,
we're gonna see Lily out on one of the big.
Yes.
Good.
Well, I think that wraps up our show. This was a really fun show. So happy
It really was.
Alexa and Jody could join us today. It was great. But make sure to follow Serving 813 on Instagram, and also the TK Foundation on Instagram if you want to volunteer with them or even donate. And yeah, we're serving your city one convo at a time. This is Ava Lamison signing off.
This is Kate Edwards signing off. And this is Lily Nisley signing off.
We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.